What is up, YouTube family? Welcome back one more again. We're about to get into a reaction to Lord Jamar speaking on this Drake situation. Now, my 2 cents on it is that, ever since I saw Drake's background from day one, I always looked at him as like he was cosplaying, black culture. When you look at his show, Degrassi, you could tell that he didn't grow up in the typical African-American household and experience. I'm a light-skinned black dude too. Him though, his mom is Jewish, so that's totally different. Like my parents are light-skinned black people. You know what I'm saying? Both of my parents are light-skinned black. So I was embedded into black culture since I was born, right? So I could see how people would look at Drake and see that he was cosplaying or black adjacent, right? And to see him come into hip hop and start conforming to the African American culture and ideals and the lingo after what he did on Degrassi was like the total opposite of what we into. It always made me look at him with the side eye. And to see him blow up the way he's blown up, it's like, damn, people don't care about that shit no more. So he's been able to kind of fake his way through and not have people really question it. And a lot of people sold out to him for the money. And now you're starting to see people wake up to what he really was all along. And it's like, damn, I saw this shit from day one. What took y'all so long? That's the shit that be tripping me out. But I digress. Let's see what Lord Jamar's talking about.
So would it be safe to say that you feel like Kendrick, he won the battle?
Absolutely. Well, yes. But probably who really won the battle? Universal Music Group. They're both they're both signed to Universal.
Damn.
In some kind of way. So out of all the streams that they got out of this battle, they're probably the real winners. But yes, I would say Kendrick won the battle. And what does that symbolize? It symbolizes that real rap kind of one. You know what I mean? Like real, he seems like real rap, and Kendrick represents like AI rap. Like, you know what I mean? Like if AI was going to make a rapper, they'd make a Drake. I'm sorry. Drake is the AI rap. And Kendrick is the more
pure rapper.
More traditional, you know what I mean? About lyrics in the traditional sense, where I don't think there was any ghostwriters in the background for his shit. I don't think we're going to find any reference tracks where we'd be finding mad reference tracks for Drake, you understand? So,
speaking of that, how you feel about Drake and him having writers?
I mean, I think he's a great entertainer. I think he knows how to entertain,
Yeah, the fact that Drake has ghostwriters and people still be trying to put him on the GOAT list is crazy to me. If you're going to enter the hip-hop realm and be a part of hip-hop culture, you got to you got to abide by the hip-hop rules. And the number one rule was to not have ghostwriters. And they try to say, oh, well, R&B does it. Well, that wasn't an R&B rule. It was all about your skill level as an artist to be able to write your own shit. Now that that's not the case, you're seeing all these new rappers come out and not have to be that skilled. They could just take somebody else's shit. They could just have the look or have the sound or the swag or whatever and cheat their way to the top. And that's bullshit. And Drake is definitely the GOAT of that fake shit and that inauthenticity. That shit is That shit is lame to me. And I couldn't believe that people were just letting that shit ride. Even when it got exposed, they still were like, oh, I don't care anymore. Well, you got to stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. And that's exactly what's going on. So even though I thought the Kendrick versus Drake beef was lame, I was glad J. Cole pulled up out of that shit because it's mostly a gossip fest now instead of actually looking at the skill of the rappers. Kendrick definitely exposed that shit and put that shit back up under the spotlight. Pusha T did his best to try to do it and, got overwhelmed by the Drake fans. But this time, Kendrick really took it over the top and put that shit in the spotlight where it's supposed to be.
And he makes catchy songs.
Right.
But, from the rap lineage that I come from, like, you can't call yourself like the top motherfucker if you're not writing all your shit and all, you know what I mean? Like, exactly. You just can't do it. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you wrote some hot shit, if anybody's writing any of your other hot shit, it kind of disqualifies you from a certain conversation. Exactly. Not a conversation of, hey, he got mad hits. He's been doing his thing for a very long time. Again, he's entertaining. You know what I mean? But I don't personally listen to Drake. Like, I'm not a Drake album fan. Right. I don't like his how he turns his shit on and off. You know what I mean? When he rap all like, you know what I mean? And then when he's talking to white people, he's like, yes, and it's very, cohesive the way we, and it's just like, Nick, who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I understand when Kendrick said it's cringeworthy when he says Nick and all that type of shit. Because it is. Because you're not one of those niggas that should be saying Nick like that. You heard?
So you ain't feeling Drake using the N-word?
Nah, because, you see what I'm saying? Because you're too, that's not who, that's not who you really are. Like, I could see.
Yeah, I definitely agree with him on that. Even me being a light-skinned black dude who has two light-skinned black parents, I got to be careful when and where I say it. I've never had an issue saying it because, the aura I give off, people know I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I talk, the energy I give off, the way I walk, the way I can be in the hood and not be, I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z said, I'm comfortable, dog, from Brooklyn to Rome and on any Martin Luther. Don't part with your future. Like, I be in the hood all the time. I live in a predominantly black community, PG County, Maryland, and I'm right here by Southeast DC. And I've never had an issue in the hood. Never. I've been invited into the hood by people that don't even know me. I've smoked with people in Southeast that didn't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Was never feared, being robbed or set up. Like, I just been comfortable because that's what I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? But with Drake, it's like, he don't come from that. That he's the type of dude that can cosplay that shit. He can fake it to make it. He's kind of like Kamala Harris, how he can be, I call her Chameleon Harris, because she can talk a certain way around white folks, and be married to a white dude, but she plays the I make a mean pot of greens. I wash my collard greens in the bathtub type shit, right? It's like, which one are you? Are you white? Are you Hindu? Or are you down with African Americans? Like, you gotta pick something. You know what I'm saying? You can't just conveniently choose to be what you want to be depending on what circle you're in. Now, for me, I'm able to, yes, I'm in different circles, I work with a lot of professional white people, and over the years I've worked in corporate situations, and but I don't talk differently because of of the environment. Like, yeah, I may turn the ebonics off because I'm more professional with it. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna say the N word if I'm working in the corporate field. But I'm not talking like this jipper white dude either. I'm not talking like I'm not changing my tone up. I'm not talking like this geek. I'm still true to myself. I'm just more professional. I know how to turn the professionalism off and on, but I'm authentic to who I am. When I'm in white corporate circles and around rich white folks, they still know I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. With Drake, when I seen him on Saturday Night Live, he was totally different from how he sounded on his music. So I definitely see what they're saying right there.
Going back to the white people when nobody's around and be like, yeah, and I say Nick in my rhymes and they don't say anything to me. That's because they think I'm one of them.
Right.
But I'm really with you. Like, and then he goes back, yeah. You know who really bang a set? My Nick CB. And it's like, come on, man. Real, you know what I mean? You gotta choose a lane, bro. Choose a lane. And he want to be everything to all people, it seems like, and you can't do that. You gotta pick a side.
So you feel like he ain't authentic? He ain't real?
Nah, he's not authentic. Nah. Absolutely not.
Nope.
I respect it, man. But speaking of Drake, right, since he one of the rappers that do it, how do you feel about rappers that paint their nails?
Oh my God. Oh shit.
How the do you think I would feel about that?
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? I come from the days of J.J. Evans, and you know what I mean? Like the Evans father and at Good Times and shit. Right. Like, you think he would wear fingernail polish? Like, come on, man. Like, it's ridiculous. It's just more, all right, I'll take money because I'm an influencer. I know I have influence, so I'll take this money and do as you ask. We know that there's some sort of agenda out there to try to effeminate not just the black men, all men. Right. Okay? Like, they just want the man to be effeminate, but especially the black man. So if we could lead us down those roads with little things, get niggas to wear pocketbooks and paint their nails and all this nonsense that only females are supposed to be doing, and act like, it's just fashion. I'm just being open and all this type of shit. Like, I'm not with it. Please don't promote that to your children. Like, real men, don't promote that to your children. Don't act like that's okay.
Yeah, man, we definitely being attacked as real men that are trying to raise our kids in the traditional sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are being influenced by all this shit. Rappers know what the fuck kind of influence they got. Whether it's Future talking about Molly Percocet or, these rappers like Drake wearing, carrying pocketbooks and wearing nails and fingernail polish and shit. Like, come on, man. We know what the fuck y'all trying to do. And this is definitely an attack on the family structure. Because guess what? If your kids turn gay, then guess what? You ain't having no grandkids. That cycle ends with you, with them. They're the last kids. They could go and adopt some kids, but that's the end of your bloodline. So what's really going on out here if they end in bloodlines and reproduction with this homosexual shit? Now, I'm all for homosexuals having rights and everything. I'm not saying they need to be condemned and bashed and don't, it shouldn't have rights that regular people have. No, I got no problem with them doing whatever they need to do behind their own closed doors. But why this shit got to be out in the open like this? Nobody gives a fuck about what you like in your personal life. Nobody cares about your fetishes and what you do behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And for them to be pushing this shit onto the kids is crazy. Having transgenders reading at your school and having gay parade day and rainbow day at the schools. This shit is out of control, and you can definitely see the agenda being pushed, and it's gonna continue. Even with this election that's going on, you're seeing, people are talking about all the other things, but they're not talking about how the Democrats and Kamala really push, LGBT onto the people and onto the youth. They're trying to let girls play men's sports and let men who used to be or people that used to be men that are now girls playing girls sports when they clearly have an advantage doing that shit. Like, that shit is crazy. So somebody got to take a stand on this shit because they coming after you heavily. This shit is not stopping. They keep adding more letters to the alphabet. So what is that telling you? This shit is not going to stop. You think it's going to stop with LGBTQ? I told people a long time ago it was not just going to be LGBT. I said they're going to add more letters. Then they added the Q. I said it's going to be more letters. Then they added the I. I said it's going to be more letters. Now they added the A. What's going to be the next letters? This shit is out of control, man.
Like, don't act like, well, I don't want to, I don't want to stunt my child. Whatever he wants to do, I just want to let him do it. Like, come on, man. We can't live in that type of world. They're children. There's a reason why children can't drink, why they can't have firearms, why they can't vote, all kind of shit, because their minds is not ready for a lot of shit.
Right.
And they need guidance. And that's what a parent is supposed to do. Provide guidance for the child. You know what I mean? And people are not doing that. They're just letting their child do it. Mommy, I feel like a boy. Mommy, I feel like a girl. Give me an operation. All right.
Yeah.